Y'all, ebb and flow, back at y'all with another video. Please keep the subscribers coming. Hit that subscribe button. The next goal is 500 subscribers. All right, we're at 300 right now, just about. So the title of this video is things just haven't been clucking lately. I know, like I said, it's been a week since I made a video, so a lot been going on. I had applied to this job, and they were supposed to, we were supposed to be getting the onboarding going with the orientation and stuff like that. So long story short, they dragged me through this whole process. I took a physical. I had to do all types of things. I had to take what else I had to do? I had to do a physical, a background check, stuff like that, and everything cleared as far as I'm concerned. But then they just haven't been calling me back in like a week. So I'm kind of on, so I kind of wrote them off. Like, I'm not even gonna count on it as the next opportunity for myself. I also been trying to work on my health, stuff like that. I'm still a vegetarian, for those of you that are new. The reason why I haven't been talking about that as much is because I have other bad habits I'm working on, and I'm still trying to work on with myself, so it's like I need to fix myself before I could, bring it to a video. It's a personal thing. Like, I could talk about it whenever I want, the plant-based lifestyle and stuff. It's just I got other bad habits that I've been struggling with for years that I'll eventually put in a video. And I'm working on that. And then I'll feel better once I master every part about myself that is unhealthy. Then I could start to, really start talking this health stuff the way I want to, because I do want to improve each day. So that being said, I even started going for walks and stuff. I've been trying to go for 30-40 minute walks. So I've been trying to find a nice location, neighborhoods and stuff where I could walk and stuff. And me, for those of y'all that don't know, I'm real funny when it comes to different neighborhoods and stuff. I don't really jive with a lot of neighborhoods. So on one hand, I don't want to be in the hood. I don't want to be walking, a hood or a neighborhood that's not mine, that I'm not really familiar with. A lot of bad stuff be going around. I don't want to be in that neighborhood. But at the same time, if I have to think to myself, do I want to be walking in a rich white neighborhood, on the other hand? And as much as I love white people, I would say that I don't really still want to walk over there, and go for a walk in those neighborhoods, because people gonna make me feel like I'm not supposed to be there. You get what I mean? So that's just what I think about and stuff like that. And I'm very self-conscious of that. Whenever and just picture me without a mask. If I'm walking in these neighborhoods and it's a lot of white people, nothing but white people, I hate being the only black dude in the environment. I don't like that. I don't mind, I could be around white people all day, but if I'm the only black person in a certain environment, it's I get anxiety, because I already feel like I'm not supposed to be there, and they're gonna make me feel like I'm not supposed to be there, because if they don't see black people every day in that section of town, and we're randomly walking past each other, they don't know who you are. So they're gonna start grabbing their kids. They're gonna start, when they pass you, they're gonna look back a couple times to see if you gonna do something or whatever. You got that. So when I speak about that, I would rather be in the black neighborhoods, the hood areas, or the best place possible. I'd rather just be in diverse areas, where they got everyone out and about. I remember I used to be the type, I used to really love being in hood type environments and stuff like that. I used to really love that type of thing, because I was so young and free-spirited and ain't nothing ever happened to me yet. This was like before things started really happening to me. Fast forward, because I've lived in different places. So I lived in the hood long enough where things, over time, I've dealt with some shit, like people running in my cars and stuff, like when I'm not there, people breaking into my cars, stuff like that. I've been robbed, I've been shot, stuff like that, all in my past life. And all of that, all of those experiences make me want to stay away from them type of environments. But then it's like, yeah, but sometimes I'd rather, it's like, on one hand, I feel comfortable in this neighborhood because people look like me. Do you get what I mean? So long story short, I've been looking for places to like do my little 30-40 minute walks and stuff. And I do it in a city that's on the way home from work. And what I'll do is I've tried now like 3 or 4 different neighborhoods where I would, you know, do like trial runs. I'll walk. I'll be like, maybe this is gonna be the location I'll walk every day. Oh nah, I wasn't really fucking with that. I'm gonna try this other location. So the most recent neighborhood that I went for a walk in, I started getting paranoid because it had all the symptoms of like just a janky type of area. And like me, I done had stuff happen to me in my past. Like, see, and not everybody's gonna understand this because nobody ever really been through no shit. I'm saying if for those of you who can't understand like why I would be paranoid and shit like that, you just haven't been through no shit. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. Like, so I'm walking, and then there's a dude in all black. He's like in the distance. He like parks his car. Somebody else parked the car, and he gets out the car, and he starts like walking in the same direction I'm walking in. So he's walking behind me, as you know, we're walking. I don't like, now nobody knows me in that neighborhood. Nobody. I don't have no enemies in this neighborhood. None of that. But people are always like you just always got to be on alert. And that's another lesson for this video. Like, just in general, always watch your back wherever you go. Like, I don't care where you are. Like, even if it's like a small little glance, like, you should never be just like walking like on your phone and like somebody, like, because somebody could run up. That's just having a little bit of street smart. You don't gotta have all the types of street smarts, but have some basic common sense, like some basic, because people will run up on you. Like, nobody's excluded from this. People is out here lurking for the next person who's asleep and look like they're like in a la la land and stuff. That's who they get first. So you gotta watch your back wherever you go. So long story short, combine that with, I done already had stuff happen to me in my past, like negative situations. So whenever I see people, this even applies like when I'm driving. When I'm driving, I don't like I don't like when I just happen to notice a car following me for too many blocks, too many turns and stuff. Then I'm starting to be on point now. I'm like, you know, this guy been following me for the past few blocks. I'm gonna turn this way, or I'm gonna turn that way. If my destination is here, I might spin the block a couple times, because I don't really, now this person about to see where I live. Nah, like, and this person could be a nobody, but I just still like to think this way. I know some of y'all watching like this video, y'all like, yo, this dude is paranoid as hell. But it's my life. So long story short, I'm back on the story. I was walking, this dude was following me. So it started making me kind of be on alert. And he ended up being nobody, but it just made me rethink, okay, do I want to walk in this type of neighborhood? This is how I'm moving now. I never used to move like this, like just a few years ago. I used to be moving crazy. I used to just pull up on random blocks and just sleep. Like, this was when I was homeless a little bit. Like, I was homeless for like a short amount of time. I used to just pull up to random neighborhoods. It could be like the worst neighborhood, like crackheads, stuff like that, just like, and I would just pull up to these neighborhoods and just turn my car off and go to sleep. You know, like, I happen to wake up, there's crackheads like around surrounding the car and shit. Like, I don't like doing that no more. You get what I mean? Or just like, I remember another time it looked like this dude was, cause like I said, I used to hang out in like really, really bad neighborhoods. So like all this I experienced. Like another time, dude was on his bike and I went to sleep. Like cause I slept in my car. And I happened to wake up and I seen this dude on the bike kind of like looking in my car, like seeing if this the car he want to hit. And I had my windows were tinted. So he really couldn't really tell if anybody was in the car. So, you know, when I happened to notice him kind of like lurking the area, I was just like, nah, I'm turning my car on. And he ended up going away. So this is just little stuff I think about, you know, stuff like that. Like the energy in the air lately just been weird. Another thing, like I told you, I've been trying to focus on my health. But my job will give out, coupons and stuff, like just like to their employees and stuff to save money on lunch and stuff like that. So we get like Starbucks gift cards, Burger King gift cards. So I had got those, you know, from my boss and stuff. And I don't eat at those places. Like I go to Starbucks every once in a blue moon, but I don't really eat at Burger King. Matter of fact, I haven't had Burger King in years before the other day. So I said to myself, well, I have these coupons. Let me use them up, you know, save money on food and stuff. So I knew I could go to Burger King because they got the Impossible Burgers with the fries. That's not the most healthy, but I knew they have something catered to my plant-based lifestyle that I'm doing right now. So I ended up, you know, going to Burger King, and I also, like, I didn't mind it when I was going there, because I was like, I haven't had it in a while. Like, you know, let me see how it's hitting. Like you know, let me see it, like how it's hitting. Like, is it hitting any type of way like when I was a kid? And Burger King and all these fast food places used to be so good when you were a kid, right? So I ended up going, like, and I knew before I went, I was like, yo, I'm going to regret this. My stomach's gonna be tearing up, you know, whatever. And I ended up going, and something else happened. I ate the food. I had the medium-sized meal, Impossible Burger with fries. I downed that, you know, went back into work. I was fine all day. And like I said, I had predicted that my stomach was gonna be hurting after I finished eating it. But instead, when I went back in from break, I started getting this really splitting, like, bad headache. I started getting this headache, and it just made me think, like, I already, like, and none of this we have to, like, break down to the smallest molecule. We know that you know, these fast food spots aren't really that healthy. So it's nothing I was surprised about. Like, so, you know, long story short, yeah, my head was hurting. And it was hurting, like it was beaming, like, and you know how, like, you just know the correlations and stuff between why this is happening and what was the cause of it. So I knew that it was because of the Burger King. I already read past stuff that fast food spots affect your brain in different ways. So even though, you know, my body, even though my stomach wasn't hurting at all, as a matter of fact, you know, my stool was normal. Like, I went to the bathroom normally. I didn't have the runs or none of that. It didn't feel like it was sitting in my stomach. I still had this headache that I did not have before I ate the Burger King. So long story short, like, I kept the coupon, because the coupon, I asked the lady, I was like, okay, can I use this one time? Like, I went to the Burger King, I was like, can I use this one time? And that's it, here you go, can you throw it out or whatever? Is that what you do? She was like, no, you could just keep it, and you could use the 10% off discount every time you come up until the expiration date. But that being said, I still don't think I'm going back, because I thought I was. I was like, yo, you know, if I could get this 10% off like every other day, I'm not going to eat Burger King every day, but every other day I'll do it. Yo, that headache was so bad. I might donate this coupon to somebody. I might give it to somebody else. Here, enjoy yourself. You get what I mean? Because that was bad. Like, it almost makes me want to do a little case study on my own when I get the time and research the negative effects that fast food has on your brain specifically, like, so it could just explain what was going on with me and stuff like that. Like, I wonder if you keep eating that stuff, like, will it just dumb you down? Like, I don't know. But long story short, so like I said, like, that was a cheat day. I consider that a cheat day because I got to get back on my health stuff. And like I said, I got other bad habits I'm trying to fix. This is just years and years of just, you know, living a certain type of lifestyle. I'm trying to let go of all my old ways. We're entering 2026. The month is almost over. It's about to be a new year. I don't even have no New Year's resolution. I just like, I don't really pay attention to time like that in terms of like bettering myself, in terms of just what I got to do, what I know I got to do for myself. I don't say to myself, oh, I'm going to wait till the new year. I don't even like say, I don't have a sense of time when it comes to that. Maybe I have a sense of the new year, like, or I have a sense of time when it comes to something else, like another aspect of my life, but this just ain't it. So I've been making changes within the past 2 weeks that, like, okay, heading into the new year, all it's doing is the new year is inspiring me to just keep it going, just keep the ball rolling. But, you know, I'm gonna cut this video short though, you know, but thank you for watching. Those of you who made it this far, please subscribe. Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this in the upcoming videos. The next goal is 500 subscribers. Please help me, you know, get the likes up, whatever you gotta do to support. Thank you very much. I will see y'all in the next video.